Now on to part 2 of my IMATS Toronto 2017 haul.
Now this is a item I had put on my list because I needed a replacement, but I wasn't planning to buy so much at this booth, and it's Beauty So Clean. I finally went through my little stash that I have had for a couple of years, and fortunately they did repackage these sanitizer wipes so they lasted longer than my first one, which actually all kind of dried out within the packaging. That sucked. So originally, I was just meant to get a replacement of those because I find them really helpful for cream products as well as lipsticks. And I'm just mucking through here a bit. Oh, there's something extra in here. Oh sorry. There is something extra in here I wasn't expecting. I don't know what it is. But I had like a small bottle of one of these for the sanitizer mist, so when I went to the booth, I was only thinking about getting the full size, and that way I can refill another bottle in like this. These two together were $30, like $10, $20. The show special were these two, plus the little guy for travel, which is actually kind of nice, because yeah, especially for powders, this is kind of nice. Plus you get the scented conditioning brush cleaner. What is it, honey? I don't know, I guess it's honey scented. So this is not their Christmas one, this is like a normal one. Plus their full-size brush cleaner, which, by the way, Kat Von D's booth was using this too, so I was like, yeah. I've never tried theirs, but it's not as harsh on the brushes, so if I use synthetic, so it's not necessarily something I'm worried about. If you have natural hairs, these are apparently better. And you got a Vermona Switch Dual knockoff, which is actually super easy to do. I'm not mad at them they did this. I was like, oh dang, this is totally a knockoff. Up there. Yeah, really, it really is. But hey, I have another color switch from them, so yeah. Surprised at not getting like sued, but then again, like Quo and is making a knockoff of this as well, so whatever works. And I think this is just a towel, which I didn't realize it was actually on a towel. So this is actually a clean space towel, so basically, yeah. This is a clean space towel. Whatever's on this is sanitized. So this is just a towel to put down where you clean your brushes. Okay, that's really hard. This is sanitized. So you put this down for your brushes you just cleaned. So keep your stuff sanitized. That's really cute. You don't really need a towel, but I usually just use paper towels, so this is kind of cute. I probably will use it when I clean my brushes. So and it's terry cloth. Yes, it's I don't think it's microfiber. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It might be slightly microfiber. It's not as tight as a microfiber, but my skin's definitely picking up on that. So this is sanitized towel. I didn't realize that's part of the show bundle. That's cute. So all of that for $50. So I could spend $20 extra. I didn't necessarily need to. Am I mad about that? No, but it's like, okay, yeah, just take my money. It's like I didn't technically need to spend an extra $20, but I'm okay with that because this alone is just $20 more, and I wouldn't have bought that maybe because I have sanitizers, so this gives me a chance to try it out and a bunch of other random things. So that's their entire line of cleaners, which I do, they're actually a Canadian company too, which is really cool. When they first came out, I was like, yes, please stop using alcohol and everything, because it's not always the best for your products. It sanitizes, sure, but it's not the best. The only thing that didn't include was they have a special cleaner for your lashes. Now, I use makeup remover on my lashes, so it was only $10. I could have gone back and grabbed it, but I was like, I don't like being surprised on things like that, so I don't know if anyone's reviewed that lash glue cleaner, let me know, but I thought that was really cool. That was a really nice, like, show kit, and this kit bundle was still the same price for Pro members as well, so it was definitely $50 and it was like $110 value, so you definitely got a good discount overall with this stuff. So another booth I spent a lot, well actually no, it was close to the end of the day because it was Lime Crime's booth. The lineup finally dispersed around like, actually after the Battle of Brushes, which I almost completely missed. I felt bad because I was in the Kat Von D booth for another hour to just get the 3 more liquid veils. So I heard it and rushed over, took some shots at the end, but I didn't actually see the presentations of the makeup, which makes me sad, and I didn't even get any close-up shots either of it, so I was like, ah, fail. Actually, fail in general. I didn't actually see hardly any. I saw a few bits and pieces of presentations. I didn't see any, sat down and actually watched any of the presentations. The only time I sat down was to eat quickly and check my blood sugar. But this was like around, let's say 3:20 when I went back to Lime Crime, and I'm glad I did when I did, because as soon as I got in line there was a bunch of people all swarming to get in there as well. But yeah, big bag again. Like, look at this. This massive bag. It is cute though. But I was a better girl with them this year than last year. Admittedly though, I have been purchasing a lot of their products when they've been having sales, or I've been tricking the cart to give me 15% off when I want something. And yeah, you can trick the cart. You just put something in the cart and it will keep reminding you have something in the cart, and it says, here's 15% off to entice you to pay money for us, which is fine. Like, I justify it because everything costs so much more Canadian, and I have to pay shipping, and you might get free shipping, I think, after a certain amount, so any discount is helpful, and your exchange rate's like 20, it's like 27%, so it'll be 20, yeah, 27, oh, that's terrible. Exchange rate's like 25%, 27% to the US dollar, so our money's not great, and I'm sure it's worse with other countries. I know Australia, oh god, everything costs you so much in Australian money. But I was a really good girl. I did not get any liquid lipsticks, even though there's a couple of shades I kind of want, but I'm like, I've got so many, I need to review the ones I have first. But I did want to pick up 2 more of their Diamond Crusher lip toppers. I like these. These are a really good formula. I have 4 of them, so I got Unicorn, which is part of their summer California collection, but that might be permanent, I'm not sure. Actually, one thing about Lime Crime is nothing's really limited edition. Not entirely limited edition. A lot of their collections are like, you know, here's some new color launches. We're launching as a bundle to try them out, and then they usually become permanent. So I'm hoping that these are permanent, otherwise I don't like buying limited edition makeup when I can. Like, there's very few instances where I feel like it's worth it, because that whole limited edition, you must buy it now to be into trend thing, it's awful. It's awful thing, and I got sick of it with MAC, and with all these new brands doing it as well, trying to make some coin. It's like, please stop that. Like, I don't want to buy something, I love it, and then I can never replace it when I go through it, so I'm sure most people feel the same way too, but you're just like, ooh, that's so pretty, I don't have that shade, and then you'll never be able to buy it again. So I did, again, sorry, Unicorn, that was a tangent there. That's the reason why I do appreciate most indie brands, because they don't pull that bullshit too often. They sometimes will produce like a limited edition, but it's not like every month or every season into something new, limited edition, and you're gonna have buyer's remorse if you don't get it, which I'll get into in a second. This actually feeds into the whole Lime Crime thing here. But I did pick up Lit, which is, this is pretty. I didn't realize how pretty this was until you actually see it in person. The photographs, nothing to lie, it's just the nuances are different when you see them in person than you do in photographs. So this one I kind of liked, but I really like this in person. And I'll do a full review of these. There's a reason why there's certain shades I like more than others. And then Unicorn here, just because it's called Unicorn, is a glitter clusterfuck. This is such a glittery, chunky thing, but it's really pretty, so I can't fault it for the chunky texture thing going on there because it seems appropriate for a shade named Unicorn. Normally I would hate something like this, but it's very translucent, so it's very workable over other colors. But now I'm getting into that why I rant about limited edition things. I waited 3 months to buy this next thing. It came out with the Mermaid collection, and I chose not to buy this particularly because I don't like buying brushes unseen. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's this, oh my god, the glitter. Sorry, this bag, actually I'm gonna take it out of the packaging, give me a second. Sorry, it's out of the packaging now. It's the glitter. Oh, it's the glitter brushes. Like, no one needs this. But this is my childhood here. Like, this is 90s childhood for me. Like, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but the whole glow in the dark glitter wands that you could get. Like, you got keychains, you got like sticks, like this, that is my childhood right here, like in makeup brush form. I waited on these because I had no clue what the quality was. I know they're synthetic, but like not all synthetics are made equally, and not all synthetics feel nice or perform. These ones perform. This is probably the last time you can get them to such a show because they told me that they shipped all the last remaining brushes to IMATS. If it sells out on Sunday, that's it. There's no more. There's no more. I got like the last ones. But it came out with the unicorn, not unicorn, but the mermaid collection, and I'm pretty sure those shades will be permanent anyways. They're really pretty, but I'm like, I don't want to spend $80 on a brush kit I don't know anything about. This retails for $80 Canadian. I got it for $62? Yeah, I think 65, actually $65. Which is still not a bad price for 6 brushes. Actually, no, 7 brushes you get in this kit. Breaks down to quite a bit cheaper that way. And yeah. Like, that is a lot of packaging. I don't even know how they found this. Like, how did they find the manufacturer to produce these? It's kind of baffling in a good way to me. Oops, I'm dropping things here. Now, I will say that I'm losing bits. They have like these plastic covers for the short ones. These are really nice brushes, actually. Just give me a second. They are lighter weight because they are liquid. They're not metal, but it's really nice fibers. They're not like the premium fibers I'm talking about with Royal Lane. Like, all these are comparable to the Mata ones though, so they do work. It's definitely cute. Like, now whether or not I keep these that's gonna be the question, because like this is, I didn't need glitter brushes, but I really wanted them. If I use them all, I would definitely sell them as a set, though I wouldn't want to, like, you know, break up a cozy family like this. But yeah, these are decent brushes, actually. This is like a lip brush. You use it for inner eye corner if you wanted to. The one thing I complain about is not enough glitter in these thinner ones. Or not enough, but like there should be a little bit more. And I think they do that just so it doesn't clog it up, but look at this one. It's a nice little powder brush. You can use it as blush or highlighter or contour. And not so much contour, it's too fluffy for that, but you know what I mean. But like, oh yeah. That's ridiculous. No one needs this, but that is cute. That is cute and fun, and these are still practical brushes, so good on you for that, doing that. I'm surprised these are not permanent though. I'm surprised no one's duped these yet. Probably because of the cost of actually manufacturing these, because that's still labor in there. Now the one thing you're going to worry about is how sealed they are. It will discolor. That could be a possibility. Yeah, I'm like a little speechless about them because they are really cute, and I'm staring at them like, do I really need it? Do I really need these? And then they told me like that's the end of the line. I'm like, okay, I'll buy them at the show price at least. So this is actually a really nice crease fluffy brush, so it's actually got a good density to it. Like, it's got, you know, a little kickback in there. It's not this super flimsy thing. But yeah, they're very universal standard brushes, so angle brush, smudge, small crease smudger, crease fluff. Especially I don't have a standard eyeshadow actually now looking at these. And a pointed foundation, which I don't know if you would ever... They could have probably done a different brush, but this could still be used as highlighter because it is fluffy. And that feels really nice on my skin. So yeah, Ridiculous Buy for $62, but you're still getting 7 brushes for $62. And it's like, everything's glitter. Everything. This is so ridiculous, but like everything is glitter. This packaging, by the way, is just the glitter's on the back side, whereas the pouch on the front's clear. So yeah, it's cute. It's actually got some substance to it. Like it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart anytime soon, but still, I'm not so sure about the liquid plastic baggy thing. That's pretty though. Oh my god. So ridiculous purchase. I don't regretting buying it at the show price because considering if at $80 this is still kind of expensive glitter kit. Good on me for waiting. Like I was like, I'm gonna wait till IMATS and see if they still have it. They did, so I waited 3 months. I'm sure I'm allowed to buy this now. So I had to go to Lit again. I need glitter like a hole in the head, and I actually didn't want to go because I knew I'd probably pick up something, and I did. So, but the reason why I needed to go to Lit again is because I ran out of their liquid glitter base. Like I had a bunch of the mini ones and I finally used them all up, so I ended up getting this. So it was $15 for the big one, and while I was there they had launched more of the metal metal pigment. I forget what they call them now. Lid metals? Sorry. It's just a metallic pigment, so I ended up getting them. I didn't need them. But they had some new shades and I needed to get those. First one I got is Escape with Gold. I wonder if their blue one's the... Oh, that's trippy. Maybe Escape's the only shade they have in this. I'm hoping because the other one's really pretty. But this caught my eye instantly because this is like... And I'm hoping not putting glitter everywhere. Of course I am. Yep, I got it out of places. But this is like junky eyeshadow or eyeliner for Emerald Decay in a pigment form. This is gorgeous. Like, as soon as I saw it, I knew I needed it, but I'm like, oh man, this is really pretty. I was doing swatches on my hands, so you can see it here still from the show. Yeah, I didn't wash it off. It's holding up pretty well. It is a flakier formula, so I have to, with my hooded eyes, I need to use a different base than this one because it will peel off in chunks, which is not cute. But I do really like the color quality of it, so that is that shade. So it's got this prominent gold shifted teal, is it teal? Yeah, I call that more of a teal than turquoise blue base. This next one, funny enough, I bought it, but he actually threw in a second one of the same shade, so I might need to do a giveaway, maybe, to give. So I have actually bought a few shades for a giveaway. I just haven't figured out when I want to do that giveaway yet. So I actually do like this shade. It was kind of cool. This is Luminous with Silver. It looks white. It definitely has a white cast, but it's a very, I was doing a bunch of swatches because I wasn't sure my eyes were picking up right. It is silver with a very bright white base to it. It's really cool. Like I like it. It was just funny. I got 2 of them because I bought one. I was like, oh, there's not one in here. So one of the, I don't know if it's owner's husband or just someone that works with as partnership. I can't remember. Sorry. But yeah, he threw that in as an extra. But I don't think he saw that this was already in here. So that's just why he's like, oh, there's 2. So it's kind of nice, but it was kind of like, well, I don't need to. But that was really cool. I'd never seen like such a bright white silver before, and it reads white on the shine, but it definitely has a silver base to it, so it's definitely a different color. I don't know any other shade that actually does this, where it shifts from literally white to silver. And the next one I got because there was one I noticed, and I think pretty sure I bought it last year, so I ended up switching it out for this one, which is Smitten in Gold. It looks pink in the packaging. Oh yeah, this is definitely it. Oh, that's pretty. Sorry. It's gonna, again, I'm gonna have to probably do separate posts of this just to see. It's, in the show light you can see the gold a little bit more. It looks pinker in the base, but the pink is just like an accent when you're actually wearing it. But it definitely has like a strong pale gold glow when you actually apply it with the subtle pink base. So it's really pretty. It doesn't quite look like it does in a jar when you use it, when you're actually using it. So I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick that up. Yeah, I can see it flashes gold, but it's got a pink base to it. So that's the reason I like these. They're very these are very true duochrome pigments, if you want to call them that. But they're metallic, so they actually have a lot of kick to them as well. So yeah, I didn't need more glitter. I keep getting glitter from them, but no, that's surprising. Actually, it's just last year I got medals and I got more medals this year, but only 3. I promised myself I will not buy too many of these because they're pretty, but it's like, I have so much. I don't need more. But definitely a theme, like I've got glitter toppers, I've got the Kat Von D veils in glitter, I've got metallic glitter, I got a liquid highlight metallic glitter. So I got chrome brushes. I'm definitely liking this metal foil thing going on with everything I'm buying right now. So, and yeah, that seems to be the theme of this haul right now. So NYX was there, and they didn't bring their whole collection. They just brought a few choice things for sale for 25% off. They did bring their hollow sticks, which are like the new holographic sticks. They're very similar to the Milk Makeup ones. But because it was the first time I actually got to hold a tester, they are very emollient, and that's not very good for stuff, especially when you want stuff to stay where it is on your face. Not a good look when you have like your makeup starting to melt because of the oils in there. And it's not that you can't get a stick cream to behave. It's just a lot of these brands seem to want to put too much of a waxy oil in it versus a more solid one. Like, as a drugstore option in Canada, I think Joe Fresh in New York, they has their makeup, but otherwise it's not accessible in the US. Joe Fresh makes their own illuminating sticks, like I think there's 2 shades? I could be wrong, maybe just this one. But they have a blush shades and they have like this metallic shade. I love this one because it's a cream stick, but it's not emollient. Like, it's not gonna... Yeah. You can see how bright that is on my arm there. Oh, sorry about the bruising. Oh my god. This is what I get for working retail, getting smashed up. Like, look at all those bruises you can see in there. But anyways, you can see how bright it is. It's a cream stick, but it's not emollient. It actually settles down on your product, and it doesn't disturb the bottom layers if you're working with it. So it is doable. Like, you can make a cream foundation that's more dry and waxy versus emollient and get the look you want. Because this is very illuminating, bright one, which I like. Yep, now I can still spread it out and still going, oh, those bruises, oh jeez. Why? Anyways, don't look at the bruises. But anyways, I was kind of sad about that, but the thing I really wanted to get was more of the Way We Glow sticks, but they did not have them at the store, so at the end of the day, I was planning on going to King's Textile, which is a huge fabric store in Toronto. They have a lot of like staple fabrics as well as brocades and everything, so they have a lot of stuff to offer. I usually go there for satins, charmeuses, Pure de Sol, like matte satins. Fortunately, that trip was kind of a bust. I didn't get anything from them because I was looking for very specific colors, which are hard to find to begin with, so they didn't have it. I wasn't shocked, but at least when I was walking down there, I actually hit up the the old Mac Pro store, which is now the NYX flagship store in Toronto. And I got the Way We Go highlighters that I wanted, these shades. It was actually nice because they had all the shades, and these are the two that caught my eye. Moon Glow, I think it was the pure white one, but now I've got 3 of these I really like. The Crystal Glaze, and now it's funny because like this one you think would be darker, but it's actually lighter than this one when you apply it. This one looks white, but it has a stronger pink shift to it. This one is, I won't call it silver, but it's more illuminating when you put it on, so it actually looks lighter on the skin. So that's kind of like the trilogy of these things. I'm going to be comparing these to some certain Urban Decay products that we all like, but yeah, these are cheaper. But that's it for stuff I actually bought at IMATS. I'm going to talk about a couple of booths. I did mention that Cocoa Lashes was there. They had a really good discount. I didn't ask for the show prices because I didn't want to get tempted because I already own a ton of their Goddess lashes and I just really like that style. But they brought back the lipstick tower. I actually saw one in person and it didn't sell out within the first 2 hours of the show. It was $72, which is a really good Canadian price for them. Like, considering they're 100? Or is it 92? I can't remember US. That's a really good price. Didn't get it because it was really heavy and I was already taxed physically and emotionally and mentally. I'm just really tired by the time the day was over. It's like, I want it, but I don't have room for theirs just yet. So it's something to think about in the future when I have more space. Right now I have very tiny space, which is the reason why I have like this here, because there's a ton of mess behind us. But yeah, once I get my own place again, it'd be nice to actually have a filming room and actually have places to store my stuff a little more nicely. So that's a future goal, but I don't need to buy furniture for that until I actually need furniture for that. So that was a really good price though. They also had the acrylic organizers and they're really pretty. I definitely will get one of those lipstick spinners because I have an issue with the lipsticks. I have a lot of them. I mean, they're kind of nice to have some out to rotate them so I'm not grabbing the first fistful all the time. I'm also really hot. Can you tell? Like my chest is looking very pink compared to my neck because I'm very warm in this lighting setup right now. So, so the foundation's working because it's covering the redness on my face, but it's not transferring down here. It looks like it got stained by my wig. That was an interesting thing to check out though. It was the Lady Moss / Cocoa Lashes was there. Morphe was still lineup central, although at least the line was moving this year because last year the line got shut down within the first 2 hours and like people who were in line were waiting all day to get to the front of the line. That's terrible. That's a terrible thing. Like social media hype should not kill people's chances of actually getting hold of products. What else happened? Violet Voss didn't sell out for the first 3 hours of the show. They still had product. The lashes look really nice, but again, I'm trying to not buy lashes. The glitters I've got a few already, so they're really nice, and I do like the glitter glue. The eyeshadow palettes are very similar right now. The one, I knew it was limited edition, but the one like jewels or gemstone one, that was the only colorful one they've ever produced, and I kind of regret not picking it up last year. Because I did have like 1 second to make that purchase, but I decided not to, walked away and it was sold out. Now it's gone, so didn't get anything from Violet Voss, but I definitely saw their unicorn bags like rotating around the store, like the show floor. It was kind of funny. I was like, oh, they're so cute, but I don't need them. What else? Oh, Dermaflage. Almost bought it. Almost. It's $50 for the starter kit, and it's $40 at a show, which is not bad. They weren't selling the texture stamp separately, which seems weird, but that's something I was interested in getting. I might still get that in the future. I can muddle through with my glue stick method of covering my eyebrows. But I really do want to try using Dermaflage to cover my eyebrows, because just because the way that my eyebrows are shaped, they don't really take that well to the glue stick method because they're really close to the ridge of my brow bone. So The more glue I put on, the more wrinkled my skin and puckered it becomes. Like, it's not cute. It's just not cute. I'd rather just shave on my eyebrows, but it's not worth it. It's not worth shaving off your eyebrows, people. Don't do that. They did have the glitter silicone there, and I don't want to say anything bad about it because it looks really pretty in photos, but in person it looks a little weird. It'd be really cool if you're doing drip effects, but like the one demo I saw, someone's lips were fully encased, and then it looked amazing in the photo, but when I saw how they build up, they're very plastic looking. So as cool as they are, yeah, I'd be almost tempted to say, hey, sell the clear one, I'll buy that, and I'll just add my own lit glitters to it, and then, you know, I'll have my own, you know, glitter, the tattoos. They're really cute looking though, but yeah, those are really cool. Oh yeah, Dermaflash, they do have a good color range, but they don't go very dark. They did have one that was pale, their palest kit would match my skin, which is great. But it definitely kind of like stopped in mid-tones, flesh tones, yeah, mid-tone dark. So maybe expanding that line is something else they can look into. And the other thing I didn't buy because I just spent too much money, and I usually put this at the end of the show as something I pick up, but anything for makeup forever. There's stuff I wanted, but I'm definitely over budget at that point. I was like, no, it's okay. I know it's 40% off. I'll get it next year. Let's get it. I don't need a contour palette with their new pans just yet. Like, I have one I'd like right now. I'm still working through it. I was just saying no at that point. Interesting enough, they still don't have the full range anymore. Like, in terms of, like, their pro, their pro products. Like, not so much pro, but these are professional products that they usually brought to the show. They stopped doing that. Excuse me. I'm getting a little dry. But I think I'll have to splurge next November. Is it November? I forget. Next VIV sale, which I think it is November for Sephora, I will probably splurge on like the chroma mixers. I've been trying to get those for a couple of years, and I keep forgetting to get them during a sale, and I keep trying to get them at IMATS and never have it. So I want to get the blue corrector so I can actually tone down some of these foundations. Like, again, I'm pink here, but my skin tone is, you can tell, a little more yellow, but not this yellow. I like this foundation, but most of these yellow foundations are a little too yellow. It's still way better than too orange or too pink on me, but like in camera it's definitely picking up, like that's much more yellow on my face compared to my actual skin tone that's a little more tan. But I'm not as pink as the camera picks up too, because this is just ruddiness in my skin. Like, this is just for me being hot. I'm more sallow in nature, so I need to sallow this yellow down a little bit. So I'm hoping that will work. Problem is, when you're using a pure pigment like that, it can go overboard really quickly. So I think it's partially I'm afraid to start using it, but I really should invest in one just to try. Even if it's $24, I think, a vial. One drop should do your entire body almost. So maybe I'll have to start mixing like my foundations in advance with blue corrector. So that is my IMATS haul. That's a lot of money for a fair amount of product, but it's definitely not. It's a lot. It's a lot of product. But it's a lot of money at the same time. The discounts were definitely worth it though. Definitely, if you plan in advance, like save in advance, it's definitely worth going to IMATS every year. Definitely. In terms of the boost, that's hit or miss. I'm glad we're starting to get more, if not mainstream, more indie brands that I don't have direct access to try in person there. Fortunately, a lot of the, again, I missed pretty much all the exhibits this year, like the presentation panels and that stuff, which makes me really sad. There's a lot of new brands I just didn't have enough time to really test out at the show, which is something I enjoy, but because the lineups for a lot of the brands I wanted to go to were so long, and I was just standing there with sore feet, cursing the slowness of the line, I missed a lot of the show because of that, and that's unfortunate. planning helps, but like even Friends Beauty, I didn't even get Friends at all. Like, I couldn't even get close to the booth because it was a constant lineup all day, and I'm like, I know they had lashes, but like, is that all everyone was going for, was the lashes? Because I remember them having other brands in their booth, but not this year. Oh, another thing, Kind of Magic was there. They had RCMA, Benai, Wolf FX, the Canadian contact lens company. I forget the name of it, but I do appreciate that we have one, that it doesn't cost us an arm and leg to get contacts in Canada anymore, like cosmetic ones. They also have Cheek Effects, which is their own brand they launched, and it has, I won't say knockoff, but it is like, it is the same manufacturer for a lot of these brands, or they've produced their own brand as well, so just happy to see that because I have a lot of Wolf Effects, but might start buying the cheek ones to replace that. They also had hydro colors, which are like, I don't want to say anything because I know I know why Cheek Effects was created, and it wasn't just a money grab, let's put it that way. It was more like, you know what, you're gonna screw us over, we're gonna do our own business, there we go. Sort of deal. I'm not going to get into details, I know that backstory, but they have that hydro color, which is like, it washes off with soap and water, but it does last and it's transfer resistant. And they also have like their inks, which is their version of alcohol activated tattoo inks, which is great. And I say it's great because it's a Canadian brand, Canadian pricing, and I can get it locally. Body makeup's really hard as it is to get, and it's even harder in Canada, so it's kind of nice that they're local, as in like they're in Southern Ontario. But yeah, it was really nice to see them there. What else was out of notice? Like, there's a lot of cute indie brands, and I feel bad I didn't get a chance to try out much of the product. Like, Slack Me was one that just like had a really dead booth, and it's like, I'm so sorry. I got so little time. I'm hoping that they have better luck on the Sunday, but yeah, my voice is starting to go here. Yeah, there's a lot of liquid lipsticks. I think I've kind of hit the high water of liquid lipsticks. I'm thinking I need to start weeding some out and maybe do some dare to compare posts of colors. So here's a bunch of reds. Which one do I prefer? Because you don't need 6 blinding reds and 6 dark reds and 3 vampy reds, and it's getting that point where I need to like start weeding out my collection, as well as maybe doing some of those posts that maybe help you weed out your collection. Or pick ones you actually like maybe to buy. So it was a good IMATS in the sense there was lots of stuff I wanted to buy. It's a bad IMATS because I'm bad and I didn't take the time to actually appreciate the panels, appreciate the knowledge that's being shared. I think that's a really good, important part of IMATS too. Like, I try to take advantage of that every year, so I feel sad about that. But that's also my fault too, because I only go for one day, so I try to cram as much as I can, and lineups are, again, kind of got into it as an issue. Like, even last year, I saw 2.5 panels, basically, last year, and that's not even good either. Like, I saw the full Cirque du Soleil, which I'm glad I did, but at the same time, that was the only full panel I saw. Like, I saw half of a MAC panel, and then the Battle of Brushes. This year, I didn't even see the Battle of Brushes properly, so it's a very busy day. Anyways, I hope you liked this haul. I hope you found some of the information I shared with you informative. I'm also feeling an idiot because I didn't buy lash glue. I'm running out of my Cocoa lash glue. I do have other ones, but still. It was like $5 a show, and this one's really good, so take advantage of lash glues when you can get them, because like, it's a staple, but you shouldn't have to be paying too much for your lash glue. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to drink something before I choke, because my throat is like dying. A little bit better than the previous 2 years, but still, it's a lot of talking. Anyways, I hope to see you again soon, and I hope I actually post something soon. I have been kind of dead on this channel in terms of like tutorials. I do have some Halloween ones in the mix, and, well, Halloween time videos in the mix. It's actually, I have 2 for an homage to a series I really liked and I'm really disappointed it was discontinued, but I'm going to resurrect it because I really like the characters, so... Anyways, I hope I found this interesting, and if you have any recommendations or requests for makeup characters, let me know down below. Otherwise, I hope to see you again soon. Bye!